One day we were in bust again, and away we went. We travelled throughout the south for quite a considerable while. And then one night, lo and behold, we stopped on Kingsland Square, which was a matter of 200 yards from where my wife was living. You can imagine my feelings at the time, knowing where we were going and what we were going to do. So I spoke to the governor and I said, my wife lives down here about 200 yards away. What's the chances of going to say cheerio? Well, he said, Sergeant, I wouldn't stop you, but I don't think you'll get away from this convoy. I think you'll get shot. Well, thanks a lot. Anyhow, we moved from Kingsland Square and we found ourselves in good old Southampton docks. This is about the fourth time in my army history that I've been to Southampton docks. The first time was to go to France, the second time was to come back from France, and here we were going back to France again, history repeating itself. We were on these barges in Southampton docks. Southampton docks were one mass of ships from one side of the river to the other. You could almost walk across the river on the tops of landing craft, tank landing craft, and different types of landing craft. I was on a landing craft tank with some of my stretcher bearers, some intelligence guys, some signal guys, various parts of an armoured unit that was coming across in this particular wave. We stayed there for about 48 hours wondering what was going on. We didn't know then that the landing had been cancelled. No one said about a landing at all, but we knew what we had in front of us. Then one afternoon we start to move, and we move out of Southampton docks and down Southampton water. And there in the distance was good old St Mary's Church, the place where I lived and attended as a boy in the church. That was a farewell, and further down there was stretches of the foreshore where I used to go fishing as a kid. And then good old Netley Castle comes into view. Another place where we used to go as kids. The other side of the river there was Hythe, which was another favourite place we used to go over there fishing as lads. And you can imagine how I felt going down here. Anyhow, we moved on and moved on. And there was a pal of mine, Dick Little, a sergeant, and he had an Italian pistol which he picked up in Italy when we were in Italy. And they were trying to hit a floating can in the water. I remember it so vividly, and I never handled a pistol in my life. And I said, what are you doing, Dick? Oh, he said, we're trying to hit this can, Doc. Want to have a shot? I said, yeah, let's have a go. Doc hits it for a shot. And that was the end of that little episode. We move out through the Isle of Wight, and all we can see is boats of all sizes, colours and nationalities. Thousands of them. We thought there was quite a lot of ships at Sicily and Italy, but this was immense, and we just couldn't take it in.
Did you know where you were going?
We did then when we were heading. Yeah, we knew where we were heading then. Yeah. So the kind of night, it was a jolly cold night too, because all we had was what we stood up in no blankets or anything like that. And on this particular landing craft where I was, there was, as far as I can recall, 2 tanks, bulldozer, a big flat for carrying stores, a flamethrower which was attached to a tank, and other bits and pieces for the assault.